Did you know that after 60, your body needs almost double the protein it did in your 30s just to hold on to the muscle you already have? Most seniors have no idea how much they actually need, and that one gap is quietly behind a lot of the weakness and fatigue we blame on just getting older. By the end of this video, you'll know your exact daily protein target, the best sources, and one simple trick to make it work. Stick around, because tip 4 surprises even doctors. Here's what's happening quietly in the background. Starting around age 30, we begin losing a small percentage of our muscle mass every decade, and that loss speeds up after 60. Researchers call this sarcopenia, and it's one of the biggest hidden threats to living independently. Weaker muscles mean a higher risk of falls, slower recovery from illness, and even a slower metabolism. But here's the encouraging part: sarcopenia isn't inevitable. Studies suggest that getting enough of the right nutrient, combined with staying active, can slow this process dramatically, and even help rebuild strength at any age. That nutrient is protein, and most of us aren't getting nearly enough of it. So how much protein do you actually need? The standard government guideline, the one printed on nutrition labels, is just 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. But research on aging bodies suggests that number is too low for anyone over 60. Many geriatric nutrition experts now recommend closer to 1 to 1.2 grams per kilogram each day, and some studies suggest even more for those recovering from illness or surgery. For someone weighing around 70 kilograms, or roughly 154 pounds, that's somewhere between 70 and 85 grams a day. Always confirm your personal target with your doctor, since kidney health and other conditions can change the picture. Why do older bodies need more protein just to maintain the same muscle? Scientists call it anabolic resistance. In simple terms, aging muscle becomes less efficient at using the protein you eat to build and repair tissue. So a 50-gram protein meal that built muscle easily at 30 might only partially do the job at 70. That's not a reason to worry, it's just a reason to be a little more intentional. The good news is your body still responds beautifully to protein, it just needs a slightly bigger and steadier supply. And that brings us to the first big number you need to know. Number 1, spreading protein evenly across the day matters more than most people realize. Many older adults eat a light breakfast, a modest lunch, and a big protein-heavy dinner. But research suggests your muscles can only use so much protein at once. Somewhere around 25 to 30 grams per meal is the sweet spot for triggering repair. Instead of loading up at dinner, aim for a solid protein source at breakfast, lunch, and dinner alike. Even a modest boost at breakfast, like eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie, can make a real difference over time. But before I get to the food list, there's a warning sign worth knowing. Number 2, how do you know if you're not getting enough? Common signs include feeling weaker when standing up from a chair, noticing your grip isn't what it used to be, healing slowly from small cuts or bruises, or feeling unusually tired after light activity. These signs are easy to dismiss as just aging, but they're often your body's way of asking for more support. If any of this sounds familiar, mention it to your doctor at your next visit, since they can check for other causes and help you build a plan that's right for you. Now let's clear up a myth that stops a lot of seniors from eating enough protein in the first place: the idea that more protein automatically harms your kidneys. For people with healthy kidney function, research does not support this fear. Kidney concerns mainly apply to people who already have kidney disease, in which case a doctor may recommend a different, lower target. So this isn't a green light to eat unlimited protein without guidance, it's a reminder not to undereat out of an outdated worry. As always, the safest step is a quick conversation with your doctor, especially if you have existing health conditions. Number 3, and this is the one I promised would surprise you, some of the best protein sources for seniors aren't steak or protein shakes, They're foods many people already have in the kitchen. Eggs are one of the most complete, easy to chew, and affordable protein sources available. Greek yogurt and cottage cheese pack 15 to 20 grams per serving and are gentle on digestion. Fish like salmon and canned tuna offer protein plus heart-healthy fats. And for plant-based options, lentils, beans, and tofu are excellent, budget-friendly choices. The real surprise is that you likely don't need expensive supplements at all, just a few small, consistent swaps in meals you already enjoy. Number 4. Pairing protein with movement multiplies its benefits. Research suggests that eating protein around the same time as light resistance activity, like a short walk with hand weights, gentle bodyweight exercises, or even standing up and sitting down a few extra times a day, helps your muscles use that protein more effectively. You don't need a gym membership or an intense workout. Even 10 to 15 minutes of gentle strength-focused movement, a few times a week, paired with steady protein intake, can meaningfully support muscle maintenance. Think of protein as the building material and movement as the signal that tells your body to actually use it. Number 5. Watch out for these common mistakes. Skipping breakfast protein, relying only on toast or cereal, is one of the biggest gaps we see. Another is assuming a splash of milk in your coffee counts as a meaningful protein source. It doesn't come close. And for anyone with a smaller appetite, trying to eat one giant protein-packed meal can feel overwhelming and get skipped altogether. Instead, think smaller and more frequent: a hard-boiled egg as a snack, a spoonful of peanut butter on a rice cake, or a small container of yogurt between meals. These little additions add up fast without requiring a complete diet overhaul. If all of this feels like a lot to track, take a breath. You don't need to calculate grams at every single meal. Simply aiming for a palm-sized portion of protein at each meal, and adding a small protein snack once a day, covers most people's needs comfortably. And remember, everybody's situation is different, especially if you're managing diabetes, kidney issues, or recovering from surgery, so it's always worth discussing your specific protein needs with your doctor or a registered dietitian before making major changes. Let's quickly recap. Your body needs more protein after 60 than the standard guidelines suggest. Spread it evenly across your meals. Don't fear it because of outdated kidney myths. Choose simple everyday sources like eggs, yogurt, and fish, and pair it with gentle movement for the best results. Here's your one action step for tomorrow. Add one extra protein-rich food to your breakfast. That's it, just one. If this video helped you, subscribe to Health After 60 for more simple, science-backed guidance, and check out our video on the 5 foods every senior should eat every day. You won't want to miss it.